Like they averted some real problems there. More reaction this morning on those jobless numbers that came out this morning. Up slightly, better than expected, but let's face it, not great. Congresswoman Judy Biggert here with us. Welcome. Thanks for being here.
Nice to be here.
Talk about the job numbers. I don't know how much hope we can gain from them, but certainly some news is good news. Jobs continues to be the topic of discussion.
Well, that's right, but it's not good. If there's only 117,000 jobs created, there's a lot of people out there hurting, and a lot of people that aren't even counted in, I think, the 9.1% of unemployment, because it's been over 2 years. They've given up. Others are underemployed. So we've got a lot of work to do.
Congresswoman, I think a lot of us have been watching the debt ceiling debates and hearing about them. We all get very frustrated because I think real people are saying, well, what about jobs? And get past this debt ceiling thing so we can start talking about job creation and those sorts of issues that are impacting real families. What are you guys going to do? What do you think will be done on that front?
Well, we passed the bill that we are not going to default. That was very important. I voted yes. That was very important. But again, this was done in a crisis, and there was a lot of, screaming back and forth about it. So we have to move on and really face getting the economy growing again. The growth is very low. Getting the jobs back. Now, it's a private sector that creates the jobs, but the government cannot keep putting these barriers on small businesses, large businesses. So what we have to do is to make sure that we don't have these barriers. For example, I think we should be lowering the corporate tax rate for larger companies. For small businesses, we should not have a tax rate of over 25%. If there's more money in people's pocket, if there's more money that the businesses have, if people have money in their pocket, they'll go out and buy the products. Then the businesses will need more people to be in the job. So we've got a lot of barriers out there, and what we've been charged by in all of our committees is to look at the regulations that are put on businesses, to look at the barriers, and come forward with a plan on how to do that.
So in the plan we have in place right now, the one you voted for, the debt ceiling bill, is a temporary plan. So we've got something for the near term, but certainly not the long term. And then you see all these reports come out about how 82% of Americans disapprove of the job you guys are doing. I think it's pretty clear. People say, get over it. Let's move forward and start solving the real problems.
Right. And part of the plan from that bill was to create a super committee, and the four leaders, the minority leader, the majority leader in the House, and the minority leader in the Senate, and the majority leader, are each to choose 3 people to put on this super committee, who will then look at how we're going to make future cuts of $1.5 trillion and they will have to come forward with a plan by November 23rd. So right now they're going to be looking at who to put on that super committee. And I think that what I see is what we need are people that really have negotiating skills, that are going to do it in private and not in the press, as was done with this crisis.
That's right.
They're going to be very knowledgeable as far as the budget, appropriations, and they also are hopefully are bipartisan.
All right. Well, we will be hoping that that's the case as well. I think most people are on board with that plan. Congresswoman Judy Biggert, thank you for joining us this morning.
Nice to be here. Thanks.
We will be watching and seeing what happens with that moving forward. But right now, let's take a look at what's ahead. Some of the stories on today's newscast.